The city of Flint has seen a recent wave of protests led by Chicago activist Jedidiah Brown. So who is he? And what is his motivation for coming to Flint and sparking these demonstrations? Tonight, he is speaking to ABC 12's Tanaya Jordan about what he calls his fight for change. Tanaya?
Hi, Angie. Jedidiah Brown's recent demonstrations included a symbolic procession in a white casket in front of Mayor Sheldon Neely's home, and Sunday's rally at City Hall where cars were towed and people were seen on camera being removed from vehicles. Take a look.
They have arrested protesters. They have towed protesters' vehicles. They have brutalized people.
Chicago activist Jedidiah Brown says he's in Flint calling for change in the community, where he says residents feel targeted when opposing city officials.
People feel that the budget is not transparent, and there are people on council engaged in conflict of interest, receiving funds from nonprofits that they're at the helm of. People are being oppressed, kicked out of council meetings under the threat of arrest for expressing themselves and their grievances.
Brown points to several issues, saying the mayor is trying to keep the Third Ward's chosen candidate off of council.
The people of the Third Ward voted for Beverly Biggs. Instead of him allowing her to be an ambassador, he put another person in that position. My direct confrontational style of advocacy brings awareness to it, and obviously it heightens it. I recognize that, but I don't bring chaos.
But Brown says his demonstrations are usually met with police force. He says even when protesters are lawfully exercising their right.
You only need a permit if you desire to block streets or utilize city services or things of that nature, which none of which we wanted to do and intend to do.
Were you guys kind of like impeding traffic, in your opinion?
Those were mostly elderly people who couldn't walk and wanted to be a part of what was going on, but at no time was the public way or the traffic impeded, because honestly, there was none.
In a press conference on Tuesday, Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely addressed the recent protests.
I'm going to let the police department, through their investigation, be able to release any particular things. I don't want to presume. I have not yet seen the video. I've got reports, but it's under an investigation, and we're going to let the police do their job and their due diligence in that space.
We reached out to the mayor's office for a comment on Wednesday. In a statement sent to ABC 12 News, city officials reaffirmed support for peaceful protests, saying in part, recent protests in Flint have included a series of highly inflammatory actions that go beyond peaceful demonstration, including threats to public officials and disorderly conduct. City officials have confirmed that several protest organizers and participants are not Flint residents, but rather known individuals who have disrupted city council meetings in other municipalities across the country.
Why Flint? Why did you choose this city?
I'm in Flint because I was called by residents who are too afraid to stand up to the administration.
And Brown tells me he hopes to sit down and have a conversation with Mayor Neely and city council members. In the studio, Tanaya Jordan, ABC 12 News.
All right, Tanaya, thanks so much.